Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's get a picture up. Let's get a few things else set up here. I hope everything's going well with everybody. I've been a wee bit distracted. This morning I overslept a bit. It's overcast. Hopefully, we're not going to have any problems with the internets. But give me just a second while I get my chat window set up. So if any of you have any questions, I can see it live. I wish I could do this beforehand. You know what I mean? I have no clue. Maybe there's a better way to do this. But I don't know it, so we'll just keep going this way here. Anyways, I hope everybody's had a good week. Today we're drawing Heidi Matthews. She is the host of Heidi Matthews On Demand, which is a really great podcast. She teaches things like, oh, hey, John's here, and I haven't even got things going. That's awesome. Like, you got here before I did. I don't know if I'm awake today yet, man. Oh, alright. We got the pen tool selected. Oh, you know what helped? Actually turned on the pen. I'm doing good this morning. Alright. Sip some tea here. Alright. Here we go. Well, I actually feel really good. Yesterday I finally got the panels worked out that I've been struggling with. I am on the third passover of this of the Doris story, and every single page is a challenge. Okay, I'm not ready to be drawing these glasses. Doesn't look too bad. Just drop that and make sure. Oh well. Should start something a little looser before I go into that. Alright. Oh, you never heard of Heidi? Yeah, Heidi Matthews is a law professor out of Toronto, and she has a great podcast where she kind of covers various issues on called Heidi Matthews On Demand. Really interesting stuff. I've only listened to a couple episodes, so I can't say I'm an expert, but I do absolutely love what she's doing. And I think she's written for a bunch of places too. And I feel really bad because I'm not up on her writings. I also feel bad too because I'm not listening to Boom Lawyered, which I should be. Okay. Now her glasses are like a leopard print, but there we go, perfect. Where did I mess up? Okay. Oh, there it is. which is another smart woman podcast I should be listening to. But I hate to say that I am not an expert on... I've only recently come across Heidi Matthews' work, so... I wanted to draw today either her or Sansa, and they're both, one doesn't like trust fund babies who has an army of genitalia-less persons, and the other person's on a TV show. That joke needs work. It has potential. Yeah, I was going over my unfinished sketches for this because, I don't spend all my time putting together these things, but I still haven't done AC Slater, and I drew that one before Dick Dale died. And I have an unfinished Dick Dale sitting on my dash, too, as well as Sansa Stark. Gotta sit down and finish Dick Dale. I absolutely love Dick Dale's music, and I feel really terrible that I haven't honored him after he passed. Now, I have talked about this before, and I know, John, I don't think you've heard me talk about this, but when there's an old story of the scorpion and the frog, and the scorpion asked the frog if he could travel, to take him across the river, and the frog says, "If I do that, you'll sting me." And the scorpion says, "Well, if I do that, we'll both drown." And the frog goes, "All right, I'll take you across the river." So as they're going across the river, the scorpion stings the frog. And the frog goes, "Why did you sting me?" As they're both going down. And the scorpion says, "Because it's in my nature." And whenever I'm drawing these things, I tend to draw lots of lines. But whenever you're working on drawing somebody who, you want to, a woman, you want to, unless you want to make them look older, you don't want to put a whole lot of lines on their face. But whenever I sketch it out, I'm going to be using lines because that's in my nature. See, it all makes perfect sense here. Now, sometimes, and I did this in October, I did a picture of Ani DeFranco, and I purposely used lines. But the challenge is to be able to do that without... the challenge is to be able to do that and make it work. It doesn't always work. For a warm-up, I'm not going to be challenging myself like that too often, because I want it to be kind of quick. And sometimes just the speed of doing that can help you, because when you're doing comics, you don't want to, you don't want to be spending hours and hours on a page like I am with the stupid Dora project that I'm working on. Sorry. It looks simple, but it's really a lot harder to work in somebody else's style. And I am literally on my third pass over with the trying to do the artwork. So on the face here, I am just going to draw what is absolutely necessary. You see all these other lines, they're just for me for later. Oh, 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 oh. Did not catch that. Okay. Actually, a little better with the eyes here. Okay. Like some weird Bill Skarsgård thing happening here. A bit of a Bowie thing, but that's easily fixed. There we go. So what you getting ready for? Starting off your day? Uh, Alright, that looks pretty good. I love about doing this digital drawing. When I was doing pen and ink stuff, instead of wasting the ink, I would like leave large black areas open and then actually just fill it in on the computer. And sometimes it was a little hard because like I noticed like my cross hatching might not always be just right coming out of the darkness. A little bit of work to learn how to do that way. But now that I'm doing it this way, you know, with my little paint bucket here. Alright. Yes. There it is. And I just love being able to zoom in and get these little details just right here. Alright, so all this side. Put the highlight there. Alright. Nope. What I thought. Yeah, I was just noticing right there. Well, I hear you, man. Getting funds is hard. My crowdfunding making me a little stressed. I'm worried I might not be able to do this. I really want to be able to, you know, see firsthand, you know, what's going on because there's only so much you can do via, reading articles and whatnot, and things that are out of your experience. I mean, I've I've been to El Paso. I'm not going to say I know it very well because, I spent a bunch of weeks there as a baby after I was born, and then I moved to New Hampshire. And then when I moved back to Texas, we only got to visit there once, and it was like just for an afternoon because we're on our way out to California. Okay, go away. Thank you. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not very talkative. I don't have any stories prepared. Nothing entertaining, anyways. I have like half thoughts. Kind of like that joke I told earlier. Not fully formed. I was listening to Chapo Trap House, which funny story. I genuinely thought that Chapo Trap House was a I hate it when that happens. Yeah, no, as I was saying, just got disconnected. It happens every single time I do this, and then I pop right back up, and it's on one feed. But as I was saying, I used to think that Chapo Trap House was a steakhouse, and I was like, why should I listen to their podcast if I've never had their steaks before? Where can I get their steaks? Okay. That looks good. Now, what we're going to do now, I'm going to add a layer. Go to my pencil. A little bit bigger. Now, color this in here. I'm not ready for the fine details yet. I'm just kind of getting myself warmed up a bit. can get some more of the fine details in here. All right. Now, for those of you at home who's never seen me do this before, I always mention this, but I am literally have my Apple Pencil turned to the side, much like like a regular pencil. Oh no, I haven't seen the Ben interview yet, John. I'll have to check that out. Hey, son of a red shirt, how you doing? Things are going well. Thank you for popping on by. I hope things are going okay with you. Hey, funny story for you, son of a red shirt. I told Heidi Matthews' husband about C. Kim's tattoo shop, and I slightly am fantasizing about him getting a tattoo in the style of what's his name? Uh, oh, that Republican operative who had that Nixon back tattoo. But he should get like one of Karl Marx on his back. I think that'd be awesome. All right. Let's see here. And I still can't think of the Republican dude's name. It's driving me nuts. And to really, the stories that I've been avoiding telling is a little bit outside my own personal experience. So, I want to be able to go out into the desert and see what it's like to be in the desert. Um, I want to talk to people about what has changed in the border and kind of tell that story too, because the most it's not a real connection. That's how has these changes affected those in those living there? I was told that Halloween You get visitors all well past midnight, and some of them are kids from coming across the border to get candy. Or at least that's how it was in the 70s. Like, is that still a thing? I mean, these are the stories I grew up with here. Um, my mom went from a very homogeneous. Oh, okay. You got to download a Discord app. It's a free app. So if you go into the App Store, you can do that. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Its own separate layer. Why am I coloring it in? Yeah, there we go. Oh, actually, he's talking about a different Discord group for comic strips. We didn't have any other way to kind of keep in touch, so I volunteered to start doing something. It was partly him and C. Kim's idea initially, and I've kind of jumped on it and turned it into like a routine because Inktober really helped me along. Because that was when I was drawing some basically torture porn. All the way to describe it. And Inktober kind of helped me keep my sanity. Now, if you're wondering why I picked such a bright red, it's going to really mellow out, so I wanted a strong color. Right now, y'all are probably have no clue what I'm about to do, but it's a bit of an improvisation. So it's going to look really weird here. Bear with me, this is going to work out real nice. All right. Like I said, bear with me here. Now this is one of those things where I was, I'm going to assume multiply is what I want to go with. Doesn't look too bad. So darken. Can't tell the difference. Same thing with color burn. Is there lighten? No. too much. Soft light. Soft light's not bad. Go back up to multiply. A little darker. Soft light's a little lighter. Let me see if I got anything else. Hard light wouldn't do it. Hue. That's weird. Saturation. Nope. Color. Yeah, that doesn't do anything for me. Luminosity. Neat, but no. So we've got soft light. We've got multiply. I'm digging multiply, but I think soft light is a little more accurate to her hair color. I'm going to go back in a bit with the pencil. Sorry, I'm getting creative here. This is actually not bad. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's get some darker in here. There we go. I gotta say, that looks pretty good. And I mean, you know, just that looks weird. Alright, there we go. Well, hey, thank you everybody for watching. I got a lot of work to do. Yeah. Thank you so much, Son of a Red Shirt. Thank you, John, for stopping by. Hopefully, yeah, next week. I don't know what I'm doing next week. We'll figure that out. I gotta get this page done because it is taking far too long because I keep redrawing and redrawing the same panels over and over again, and it's driving me nuts. But I think I got finally some good pencils, so we can push forward and yeah.